I've been thinking a lot about relationships lately because we've been hearing so much about it with the scandals in the media. Everything from the Meg the Stallion scandal to what's going on with the Ashley Janae situation. Recently, there were several influencers who came out about infidelity. This made me start thinking, what does it mean to be a trad righteous woman? There are many influencers right now who are carrying it as a flex that they're married, they have a husband, they're a righteous woman, they do all the things that you're supposed to do. And this got me thinking about what does it mean to be a righteous woman. I thought about the Bible verses about obey your husband, submit to your husband, etc. Then it clicked, a light bulb moment, an epiphany in which everything else fell into place. I thought to myself, I don't really want a third parent. Then it all became clear. Back in the days of the Bible, when it was written in that part of the world, and still to this day, women married men oftentimes far older than them. It was not uncommon that many of these women were child brides. It was perfectly normal in that time period for a woman 15 years old, 13 years old, 12 years old, to be sold to a man far her senior. So in the case of these women, this doctrine would fit perfectly, as a man is essentially becoming her second father or third parent. What does that mean, though, in this day and age? What does it mean if women still adhere to the same concepts and ideas that were held back then? We know women, particularly girls, develop much faster than males. So if a woman is dating a man around her same age, there is a high likelihood she is equally or more advanced than him. In order to obey or submit to him, she would have to play a role. If we were to create a visual of this role, it would be sort of like a Barbie doll. Think Marilyn Monroe. And when you look at it further, the entire archetype of the blonde bombshell is essentially an overgrown child. Soft-spoken, baby voice, not too confident, easily maneuvered by men, and someone who is heavily objectified. As this archetype evolved, it became the girl or woman who caters to a man's ego. She selflessly puts others before herself and is judged on her abilities to perform duties which cater to her husband: cooking, cleaning, keeping herself attractive, and not questioning the man or his decisions. Could this be the reason why education is seen as a threat to men who still carry these beliefs and mindsets that a woman should fit into this role? Because when a woman is more educated, she realizes she doesn't need to be parented. She's learned enough on her own. She is a critical and capable thinker. And as she matures, it's unnecessary for someone to make all of the decisions for her, or for her to comply to a two-dimensional version of herself. Essentially, the woman would have to dumb herself down and cater to the man, even if he's wrong, in order to fit into the commonly accepted version of a righteous or proper woman. Many coming from this trad framework may see this as a noble or righteous way to do things, but in the case where the woman is equally or more intellectual than the man, it could be seen as a form of manipulation, or even worse, self-suppression. When I thought of this, it became apparent how much of what we are taught is rooted in patriarchy and solidified through religion, which eventually become common practices. Do most people even think about why the ideas of a woman being docile to a man is seen as a form of good behavior? Or is it a callback to the idea of being a good girl? Maybe this is where the pick-me mindset occurs. A pick-me is a slang for a man or woman who is willing to accept negative behavior from another person because they want to be validated or receive acceptance from that person or a group of people. They believe that by showing they are ready, willing, and able, they will receive the love, affection, and validation they are after. However, this mindset can be risky because if a manipulator who seeks out someone chasing validation sees this behavior, it can be used against them. So very interesting. In the traditional marriage vows, there's even a part where you have to agree to honor and obey them. The honoring part may not be so bad, but when you get to the obey part, do most people really think about what that means before they get married? This doesn't quite sit well with me. So if you're seeking to be a trad wife, keep that in mind. Conforming to the role of a holy woman may mean not being a healthy one. A healthy woman has multiple dimensions to herself and does not need to revert to a childlike state in order to be in a relationship. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and until next time, leave a comment to let me know what you think of the trad wife perspective. Is it something that you're seeking out? Is it something that you want to do? How do you feel about the idea of someone submitting to you or you having to submit to them in order to be in a proper relationship by certain societal standards? Have an awesome, cool, fun, amazing rest of the day. Bye-bye.